Welcome to this week's video where I am doing a little bit of panic cleaning, but I don't want you to feel panicked watching this. So let's title this Relaxing Full House Deep Clean, but just know that inside I am panicking. I was saying in last week's video that I have a photo shoot in the house, which does sound very glam and exciting. However, the reality is it's not. Means I have to do a big spring deep clean, try and get my house that is a home. There is baskets of laundry, dusty cobwebs on the ceiling, and my windows are scruffy. They have not been cleaned since winter. It means I now have to get it magazine worthy. So join me as I panic clean. Also, the magazine feature will be out in either May or June. When I know more about the exact time of it being released, I will let you know, because we did a really nice interview. We chatted about upcycling pieces of furniture in your house. So that's probably mostly what we're going to be photographing in the home. Also just chatting about how I got started, all that good stuff. And they're giving me a lovely book mention. So when I know the exact date of its release, I'll let you know, so you can follow me on Instagram, or I'll mention it in a future YouTube video. So hit the subscribe button if you're not already. I'm starting with the outside of the house, even though I don't take photos of the outside of the house just for privacy. But my God, my windows, with all of the storms and the rain over winter, my windows were not looking too fresh. Now, normally I do try and get help when it comes to maintaining the house, but I lost my window cleaner's phone number. I got a new phone, and when I downloaded, or I never back up my chats, so I didn't save his number and I lost the contact. So if my window cleaner is watching, can you send me a WhatsApp? So I decided to do them myself. Normally I would just use the squeegee and I would spray some like half water, half vinegar. I'm actually just using some dish soap in warm water, so warm soapy dish soap water. And I'm just using my mop to scrub the window first. That is just to get all of the bird poo and the grime and any watermarks off the window, and then I'm using this squeegee to wipe off the excess and get a nice shine. And then when I am cleaning the inside of the window, I'm just using my half distilled water, half vinegar solution that's in the spray bottle, because the inside of the windows are not as bad compared to the outside because they don't get loads of raindrops on them. I also tried to clean my gutters with the mop, and I ended up getting a sweeping brush to try and scrub the grime off. But to be honest, I feel like that's a job for getting the ladder out and wiping them down. I did get my gutters cleaned when I was getting my roof repaired, but they didn't wipe down the PVC, and obviously there's all that grime from the weather over winter. So I gave them a quick lick because I have so much to do inside of the house. I was kind of getting sidetracked with trying to clean outside, and I had to be like, girl, your priority is getting that inside of the house magazine worthy. Time for a quick reality check. My house is genuinely upside down and that photo shoot is very soon. I have stuff everywhere. My office is upside down. I'm just hoping that an hour in here of putting all of that away, this all has homes, kind of. And then sneaky peeky, a bit of decorating has been going on in here, which has meant furniture is in here. Who decorates their house when when they have a deadline? I do. So yeah, everything is just absolutely upside down, and me cleaning the windows is, I don't know. I'm going to do the inside of the windows really quickly and then try and organize as much as I can and get this house magazine worthy. I was cleaning, I was feeling a bit overwhelmed, and when overwhelm and anxiety creeps in, I get that harsh inner critic voice. And I'm not sharing this for sympathy or for anyone to be like, but your house is amazing, because it's not really. It's just a house. And I like making cute little corners in it. I'm sharing it because I'm sure you guys can relate, and we all have that harsh inner critic. I was thinking to myself, like, why is someone coming to photograph my house? My house is not trendy. My house is not magazine worthy. And my inner critic was being really harsh. So I had to just have a talk to myself. And I was thinking back to the interview that I did with Elle, and how we were chatting about, the message, I suppose, behind what I do is I want people to have a house that feels like a home to them, whatever their style of decor might be, and whether it's full of upcycled pieces of furniture, secondhand items, even new items. Should our homes be magazine worthy all the time? I don't think so. Homes are spaces that are actually lived in, whether it's just you and your cats making a mess, or a family of 5, or a family of 10, who knows. A house is a house, but home breathes and moves and has energy in it. And it's never perfect all of the time. And it's never going to be Instagram or magazine worthy all of the time. So if you do see trendy interior magazines, which to be honest, are not really my vibe, I prefer to actually go out and about if I'm looking for inspiration. We actually chatted about that in the interview, about finding inspiration. One of my favourite things to do is visit cute little coffee shops or gardens that have old houses in them that you can go in and do a little tour of. And even hotel bathrooms have got some nice decor. I prefer to get out and about and get some interior inspiration versus looking at a magazine, because I know the work that has gone into that, and a lot of it is staged. So there's nothing wrong with having things staged. I love photography and I love taking cute pictures of nooks and home decor shots, but I think it's good to know the reality also of the behind the scenes and how it is not as glamorous as I once thought it was. Also, I've noticed that we are getting very close. We're nearly there. We're growing the community to 300,000 subscribers. And thank you to the lovely follower who commented highlighting that, and how that it needs to be celebrated, because I am guilty of not celebrating them things, because I don't know, it feels a bit superficial to celebrate, how many people are following you. But then what this lovely follower commented was like, but that's 300,000 people that has connected with the channel in some way. And it's 300,000 people that want to hit the subscribe button, because let's face it, we stumble across so many different YouTube videos every day. It takes a lot, I think, for someone to actually subscribe to the channel. It means that we're vibing, we're on the same wavelength. So if you are new to the channel, or if you are my OG, or you're joined somewhere in the middle, thank you for sticking around. Thanks for the support with watching the videos and sharing the videos. Nice, because I see, the same faces, the same names popping up in the comment section every week. And sometimes YouTube feels like I am talking to my laptop. So when I see your lovely comments, I get that connection. So thank you so much for all of the support, every thumb up, every comment. And here's to the next 300,000, if we make it that far. I might be too burnt out by then. Aside from that ladder, this room has had its deep clean, but I'm starting to panic a little because while it's clean, haven't had a chance to kind of style up this. The cat's dinner is just, I left their bowls out because I have to feed them now. I have to have my own dinner. And I'm just kind of like, oh, it doesn't look styled. But then it's like a house and it's lived in. I don't have perfectly styled nooks everywhere. So I think what I'm going to do is, when the rest of the house is all nice and clean, I have some really nice pots. They're actually, where did I put them? See these pots here? I think I'm going to put some bulbs in them, and then they can be on the kitchen table. And then I have to be careful because the cats pull them apart. So I might actually just have them in the greenhouse. And then for the shoot, just put them like next to the chopping board and things like that, just so they look pretty in a picture. And then they can go back out to the greenhouse. So I actually have to go beekeeping now, to my beekeeping class. I don't know if you can see the kittens asleep on the desk. I'm also double jobbing and uploading the members video. Actually, I can hit publish on that now. So yeah, cheeky mention for members, but I have an ad-free playlist for members, and you get the video before everybody else. And if you want to go back and watch previous videos ad-free, I think there's about 150, 160 videos that are all ad-free. So tomorrow we will tackle this. Yeah, we will. And it won't take us too long, I hope, because most of this has a home. It all just needs to be put in here, and this just needs to be put in there. There's always a tripod knocking about. And then I'll give you a sneaky peeky of the spare bedroom room makeover. I'm kind of panicking because I feel like I have so much to do. But listen, everything is better when I have food and sleep. When it comes to doing deep cleans in the house, I will not lie to you. I do not have a cleaning schedule. I do not have a quarterly, monthly, where I go around doing deep cleans. I am a when I see the dirt, I'll clean it type of person. And to be honest, I find it harder to keep on top of the house when I'm working from home. And I still feel like I'm coming out of winter hibernation. Now, normally in March in Ireland, you get some nice sunny days that might have a tiny bit of warmth in the sun. But I feel like with the snow last week and lots of rain this weekend, I haven't had that kind of spring awakening just yet. After Christmas, I know I was sick over Christmas, and afterwards I was feeling a bit run down and burnt out. So I was trying to just take a handy around the house, and I was just doing the bare minimum, which is hoovering and cleaning the floors, which I have to do a lot because of the cats. I hoover down the couches of any fluff, but I don't be doing any deep cleaning of windows and dusting of things. So the living room, which I thought was only going to take me about an hour, ended up taking me 2, because I hoovered and cleaned down both of the couches. I did all of the inside of windows, windowsill, fireplace. The amount of dust. Thank God I have put all of my teacups into the display cabinets, because oh my God, it is me versus the dust bunnies. I sometimes get people asking what's in the spray bottle that I used. So for anybody who is new, I just use a 50-50 mixture of distilled water and vinegar. So I use white vinegar, and then you can pop in a few drops of essential oils. Just be careful if you have pets, because some essential oils are toxic to them. There is a slight vinegary smell, but once the vinegar dries, it's gone, so you don't really notice it. But you can just, I don't know, light a little candle if it bothers you. So that is what I use. I rarely buy a surface cleaner. I use bleach in the bathrooms. I use bleach on any of the pet items when I'm cleaning them. So the likes of the litter boxes and stuff, not their toys or other areas. So I try not to use anything that's too harsh in the house. And that's just because I can suffer from migraines that are triggered by certain chemicals. So anything that smells really strong and harsh, I can't have in the house. One of my, I suppose, New Year's resolutions or goals for this year was to ask for help. And I didn't because I felt like if I was to message my friends, like I know I asked Karen to help me organize the greenhouse earlier in January, and that was a nice, fun project to do. But I felt very cheeky asking my friends if they would come and help me clean my house. And the thought had crossed my mind I was like, what if I paid someone to come in and clean it? But I don't know if it's an Irish thing or maybe growing up poor. But I always felt like if you hired someone to clean your house, that was something rich people did. Probably a very unfair assumption. I just remember growing up, if any of my friends had a house cleaner, I don't think anyone did. I think I was in my teenage years and one friend had a cleaner that helped in the house, and I was like, wow. So the thought had crossed my mind because I was like, what, where is the shame in it? Like, why do I have to feel the need to do everything by myself and burn myself out? So why didn't I ask for help? So I kind of regret not asking for help, although I felt a bit, I don't know, cheeky. Hey, can you come and clean my house with me? I'm sure my friends would have said yeah, and I could have repaid the favor, but I didn't. So I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that. It's probably just my own little thing that I need to just get over. But would you feel weird asking your friends to come help you clean your house? Also, a few seconds ago, I said about growing up poor. What I mean by that is, I was born in the late 80s in Ireland. Everyone was in pretty much the same boat. There was no fancy stuff. I feel like back then we all grew up in the hand me down jumpers, especially in my area. We never went without food, we always had full bellies. We just had to use our imagination when it came to toys. A shoebox was a doll's house. So I don't want to sound dramatic by saying growing up poor because that's going to mean something different for different people. So I just mean I was a child of the 80s where you got your brother's hand me downs. You only replaced something when it was broken. And it wasn't until I suppose maybe the mid late 90s that there was actually more disposable income. And I feel like that was kind of the norm for most families in my area at the time. So yeah, I didn't go hungry and I didn't mean that to sound as dramatic as it did. I'm kind of grateful for that era because I feel like that's where my love of upcycling or make do and mend or mend and make do comes from, because I always remember my dad or my uncle, they would just build things and they would like find something in a skip, and mismatch didn't matter, if that makes sense. And there wasn't really a trend, and I feel like everything was a slower pace. Obviously, there was no phones. Well, there were certainly no smartphones. I think I was in secondary school when mobile phones came out. I think I was like 13 or 14. But all you could do was send 150 characters and play Snake on your Nokia. There was no social media, there was no kind of comparison. I remember I would buy once a week, I would get a magazine, and that was, I suppose, your equivalent of comparison on Instagram was a weekly magazine that you had to spend from your pocket money. And I definitely feel like there was less pressure and there was less comparison. Obviously, we have social media nowadays, so when I go down the rabbit hole of spiraling and feeling overwhelmed, it's so much easier for me to see, a pretty house on Instagram and go, well, mine isn't good enough. Why, and I think there's the pressure as well to always be changing your decor, because it's too easy nowadays to see pretty decor and it's great to get inspired and motivated, but should I really be decluttering and cleaning as often as I am? I've definitely gotten better over the years of not styling my house to suit a trend. If I see something I like, I'll get it. But I am conscious as well of, while a lot of, YouTubers are steering away from, fast interior brands and hauls, I do see a lot of people doing, thrifting, and I love doing that as well. But I often wonder, is it still feeding the same beast of buying and changing up your house? And is it taking the fun out of it? Am I going off on a tangent here? I just want to have the chats with you as I'm cleaning the house. I suppose it comes back to my word for the year, which is balance. And I don't want to take the fun out of something, but I suppose I'm always conscious of, the other end of things when they become out of balance. And I think I would hate for someone to watch one of my videos, and I know I have no control over, someone else's assumption, opinion, or whatever, but I would never want someone to watch my content and feel bad about themselves. And I know I can't control that, but yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. When you're scrolling, do you feel comparison sometimes? Do you prefer the days when there was no smartphones? I feel like some days I do. But then on the other hand, I wouldn't be able to connect with yous and have the chats either. So balance is the word.
Oh, my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold. And oh, my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I say I'm not afraid, but I'm trying to shelter you from pain. And oh, my love, the seasons come and they go, but I hope you know that I won't.
So my regular viewers will notice some changes in the guest bedroom. So I will have a video coming soon. I have a few little things left to do in this room. So I will put that video together, and maybe we can also do a little bit of thrifting because I think I want to get a nice piece of art for in here. So thankfully I've gotten this room done in time for the photo shoot. It's looking nice and fresh. I did a wallpaper change as well. So the bedding that I'm popping on, I actually, if you watched my vlog when I was in Foxford last year, I was in Mayo around about October time, was it? I have a vlog on it. But I popped into the Foxford Woolen Mills and I fell in love with this bed set. Now, I don't know if it's too much cream and green in this room, but I just thought go hard or go home. So I popped on this bed set in this bedroom, and I just think it looks lovely and fresh. And as you can see, I'm trying to make a bed with cats. Two playful cats. I just think it's one big game, but it is kind of entertaining as well. Okay, time for a quick update. The living room is nice and clean, deep cleaned, everywhere's been wiped down. Very, very dusty in here. I've just realised that I didn't do the light fitting. Oh, I'm too tired. Yes, everything has been removed from under the couches. All the cat toys are in a basket. And yeah, the scratch and post has been cleaned and hoovered. And that's the only thing that probably has to be moved out of the way if they're getting a shot. But to be honest, they'll probably photograph like this angle maybe. I'm not too sure. I do have those cute pots that I want to put some spring bulbs in here because the cats don't jump up here. Surprisingly, Miss Blondie at the time, Lord rest her, she used to climb up here, but the kittens have not climbed, which is very unusual. So I was thinking of putting some small bulb pots here, but to be honest, I didn't do much styling in here because I didn't want to make it too fussy. So then all of this is de-dusted. Sneaky peek of the room in here. So bed sheets nice and fresh, and yeah, kept it simple again. Didn't want to have too much kind of stuff and clutter. I was thinking that's a nice little setup there. The hallway is clean. I just mopped it, but now I'm standing in it. Probably not going to shoot here. But I still wanted it to just be clean. So now I just have, the kitchen is still clean, but obviously I'm going to have to blitz it before we do a shoot. If they do decide to kind of shoot any photos in here, want to put something just there. But again, I'm keeping it simple. Just a bag of rubbish as I've been going along, and then I just have to do the stairs and the office. So as I've been going on, everything has just been getting pushed into the office. So like, it's a disgrace in here, but I'm thinking if I can get all of the rest of the house perfect, well, I don't like the word perfect, but you know what I mean, then I can blitz this last, because to be honest, unless they want a shot of me on my sewing machine, like, there's not much to kind of photograph in here. So I'm going to get this as clean as I can, but realistically, I may still have a little cluttered pile in the corner. But the rest of the house is looking, I think, magazine-ish worthy. And I just have to maintain it. The bedroom upstairs I was sharing last week was all lovely and unstyled, but there is now my clothes horse with my washing because it's real life. And just around that corner is 2 clothes horses with my washing. So they will be gone for shoot day. But at least all the windows and stuff are clean. I want to touch up paint chips, but I'm waiting on one of my friends to come over. You can see I have a big chip here from when we moved down the chair. I'm waiting to do the stairs because one of my friends is coming over to help me take down. I have a piece of furniture on the landing that I need to bring down and out. So I'm going to wait until, yeah, I have everywhere clean, and then I'll touch up and fix any paint chips that are around. They're mostly in the hall because I don't know what I'd be doing, kicking skirting boards, but yeah. So that is my progress update. It has taken me 6 hours straight. I didn't stop for lunch. It is now, I think, it's 3:45, and I haven't stopped today from 10 o'clock. Is that more than 6 hours? Well, it probably is, but no, 5.5. Yeah, and you would think it wouldn't take that long, but there was just so much kind of dust and clutter. But sure, look, here we are.
You make me nervous. I think I might be hooked on you. All of the things you said to me, it seems like you like me too. We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. canceled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. You make me anxious. I think I might be stuck on you. I love the things you did for me. It seems like you're dropping clues. There's no need to rush, so let's just take our time. Dropping everything, 'cause you're stuck on my mind. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. So just sit with me, talking through the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think you were meant to be with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be.
Good morning, can you see me? I think we're in shot. I have television the same morning as a photo shoot. Apologies if I've porridge in my mouth, teeth. We now have to go and get potato sacks, a shovel that's telly worthy because I can't bring my shovel on the telly, and a couple of garden props for Monday's telly slot. I have telly at 9:45, so I will be there about 8:30 to set up my table, do the teas at 9, on at 9:45. Then have to quickly pack up the car, back down the M50, and the photographer is coming at 12 o'clock, which gives me time to quickly throw on the bed sheets upstairs. I've definitely, I'm feeling really tired this morning and I just have to get on with it, but I would love an hour nap. I also have to go and vote. I have my polling card. Oscalia on the back. Do you know what? I'm totally off topic and going between different topics this morning. I'd love to learn more Irish. I only have school grade Irish. I know words, couple of words. But I actually think you can do Irish on Duolingo or one of those apps. I actually think I'd like to learn more Irish, because there's been a lot of ads on the radio now, Australia, and I'm I can kind of string a couple of the words together, but no matter how you study a language as a kid in school and you can't retain it. And apparently it's good to learn languages for your not your mental health, but your cognition. I don't know what I'm trying to say. They say it can help prevent Alzheimer's and stuff, don't they? Or am I just making that up? If you try and learn a bit of a language. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to vote. We're going to go to the garden centre. I have to get potato sacks. I then have to film B-roll of me planting potatoes. And then I need to top up the paint and the caulk. But I was actually chatting to my friend Joanne, who also did a shoot for the same magazine, and she had the same photographer, and she said that she's lovely, she's so quick, and not to worry if, you know, if you have a room out of bounds, like my office, they just won't shoot there, and that's totally fine. And I was chatting to Mr. Carrington as well last night, because he's had like some photographers in his house as well, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I'll pull the parts of them and there'll be dust, and the photographer is not going to be like, oh my god, there's dust. But yeah, so I need to get caffeinated, and then yeah, let's go do our bits today. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So you're going to see in a minute, I'm going to open my car door, and on the passenger seat is a beehive. So when I was at beekeeping on Tuesday, at the end of the class, one of the lecturers said, by the way, we have a secondhand beehive. It's actually brand new. One of the students last year, their family bought it for them as a gift. They haven't used it. Brand new, everything in the box, €150. And beehives are super expensive, especially like frames, all of the bits that, you know, brood boxes, super boxes, roofs. So I waited to see if anyone else was interested in buying the beehive, and I was like, do you know what? It's meant to be. Beehives aside, now, the footage that you're seeing on the screen is from the orchard in Selbridge. I knew that they had some daffodil bulbs and spring bulbs, and I knew that they were going to have the shovel and things that I needed, so I flew out there. And then I also went to a different garden centre, which you're going to see in a few minutes. I just remembered there is another garden centre not far from here that I've never been to. Plant something, and it's 4 minutes in the car. Sorry, I'm on my phone, I never know where to look. So it is 4 minutes in the car. I have everything that I need, but I just want to go and have a look. Kind of procrastinating. I have a deadline to send over B-roll of me putting potatoes in sacks. I need to do it by like 2 o'clock, but I'm like, it's only 11. If I spend 20 minutes in this garden centre, 20 minutes to get home, it'll only take me 20 minutes to put potatoes in a bag and film it. It will take more than 20 minutes, but you know what I mean. So let's go to that other little garden centre. Okay, 4 minutes from the orchard in Selbridge is the plant collector, and if you are looking for a coffee place that is much quieter, then this is a hidden gem. I was chatting to one of the guys who works there, and he was saying that during the week they're kind of normally quiet, and then it's only the weekends that they get really busy. So this is a garden centre and nursery, but they specialise in trees and shrubs. Now there is loads of perennials as well, but what I liked about it was much quieter. So if you're like me, and sometimes if it's busy, I just get kind of sensory overload, and I can't enjoy sitting having a cup of tea with someone if I'm having to chat when it's super loud and busy. So I always prefer to go somewhere a bit quieter, but I didn't want to gatekeep this garden centre, so I'm telling yous so you can go and enjoy a coffee and a chat in peace, but don't tell too many people. I'm also starting to plant up some of my potatoes. So in Ireland, these are first earlies, by the way, they're not main crop potatoes, and you still kind of have to keep an eye on them with the frost, but it is a bit of a tradition to plant them out around about St. Patrick's Day, or if there's a full moon in March, just after a full moon, you can plant out your first early potatoes. So I am starting, oh, that camera needs it. I'm starting to not panic, but I feel like I need to make a list So I'm like, things I need to bring for TV. Seed trays, vermiculite, seed compost, seeds, display pots, geranium, dig up. I need to dig up the geranium, and then, oh, potatoes, potato bag. Okay, I'm gonna do that tomorrow and try not overwhelm myself. It's getting not dark, it's 4:05. I want to do an hour of paint touch-ups just with my brush. It's not going to be a perfect sand the door perfectly smooth, prime it and paint it. It'll just be a cat's lick just for the shot. I know, not good. But if the lighting is a bit grainy, I think it's going to rain. So yeah, we're getting there. It's all coming together. Oh, like, oh my god. And do you know what? There is no glamour. I'm literally painting skirting boards. Like, there is no glamour. Yeah. That is perfect. Perfect. Thanks so much. Talk to you then. Bye, bye, bye. It's as if the universe was listening and saw I was overstretched. Look at the head on me. Look at the hair on me. I have to do my roots. Producer Emily has cancelled my slot for Monday, and normally I would be like, I wouldn't say disappointed because I'd be nervous doing telly anyway, but because of the Oscars on Monday and all of the stuff with the Oscars, they take precedence over gardening. So, but I was actually just saying to Emily that that's actually a happy accident because I have a photo shoot. So I am not on telly this Monday. On Monday, Kira will message me and I'll probably be on a couple of days after. But that's after working out so much because I was I think I was pushing it fine. Remember I was saying how my word this year was balance? I definitely was not balanced this week, and I think it was just accidental that I confirmed 2 things on the one day. I'd normally never do that. If I have television, I'll just have television and laptop work or whatever. I wouldn't have a shoot and television at the same day. That was just an accident. So yeah, I'm off the hook. But it means now that I need to do a proper job on my skirting boards and not a cat's lick. Yes. So I forgot to film an outro, but if you want to see more decor, if you want to see last week's video where I was doing the upstairs, you can check out last week's video. I hope you got some cleaning motivation and enjoyed the chats in this week's video. Also, let me know if you like the longer length videos. I know people can be on the fence and I can't please everyone, but let me know if you do enjoy the longer form or if you would prefer to have 2 20-minute videos instead of having one long one. You can always come back and finish watching it if it's a long one. I hate to kind of leave people hanging by having 2 20-minute videos. But yeah, happy for some feedback in the comment section. Let me know. You can follow me on Instagram where I will keep you posted on how that photo shoot went. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Cheeky thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video.